my name is Paul Statton, for those who don't know me, and I think most of you know me. I'll talk a little bit about me in the moment, but let me just talk about the topic. So I've called the topic tonight the coronavirus cocoon. And the reason for that is because we've been forced into isolation, it's a bit like a caterpillar going into a cocoon. Yeah. And I think it's a good analogy because it's a time we can actually transform. There's really two ways to look at that. We can go into fear, panic, and anxiety, which a lot of people have, going buying toilet paper, or they can use this time to self-reflect and transform. And what I'm going to talk about tonight is really how you can do that, as well as me giving you some strategies about how you can keep yourself healthy. Does that sound cool?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good? Cool. Yeah. So that's why it's called How to Survive Naturally and How to Transform Your Life, right? So the first thing we're going to do is I want you guys to focus for 30 seconds. You might even close your eyes and ask yourself this question. What is the big thing you want to learn tonight? So when you come to any class, you're hopefully coming here for a reason. Just for 30 seconds, I just want you to be quiet. I just want you to go inside, which is what we do when we're in the cocoon anyway. Just go inside and ask yourself, what is the big thing or the one thing that you really would like to learn tonight? Now, when you're ready, you can just type it in the chat box. Okay. Since we've got small numbers, we could probably just go around and ask people. So, Jade, what would you like to get out of tonight?
Paul, I think that obviously we're all sort of aware of, I suppose, what's happening, but it's obviously happening for a reason, whether that's a personal reason or as a collective, the reason. So just to get another perspective as to why that may be occurring and what we can gain from it going forward.
That's a good question. Thanks for that. Shona?
It's to deal with that sometimes comes in that fear and despair, which is not just for me, because I kind of think I will be okay in this, but it's dealing with seeing sickness and misery around me that of others, and that not becoming completely overwhelmed by that. How to deal with that? Yeah.
Cool. That's a good point. Dietrich, what would you like to get out tonight?
I just wanted to get a few ideas about what other people are doing at the moment during this time.
Cool. Yeah.
Just to see what other people are up to, especially I'm assuming the group here is fairly enlightened, so just to get some perspectives.
Cool. Gina, are you there, Gina?
Yes. Hello. Sorry, I'm a bit late. My computer I was updating.
Okay. Hello. Gina's from Peru. How are you, Gina?
I'm good, thanks. Busy with the kids, but
Yeah.
well, I don't know. I'm feeling recently a bit anxious because I have to go sometimes out to the supermarket or for a coffee, for a walk, to walk my baby, and then I see people every day. It's like the atmosphere is more stressed, and there's like everyone is scared, and it's giving me. I'm a bit anxious now. So now, just like since yesterday, I'm feeling now very worried about the virus. I know anyone can get it and it's possible to heal from it, but I'm a bit thinking about that too much since yesterday.
Cool.
And now I'm scared of the virus, actually.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to come and talk about that. Selena, what would you like to get out tonight?
Hi there. Yeah, like I've my mind has just been like my mind has been boggling since like this virus and this pandemic, like what is going on, and it's been like a roller coaster of emotions for a lot of people, and I've been pretty calm throughout up until about last week or so when they started doing lockdowns and things. That's what actually made me really anxious, because it was bringing up stuff about being isolated and being single, and I don't know, it felt like I was in prison, so it was like, and maybe like some childhood stuff about being left alone. So there was all sorts of stuff that I had to work through, and I've seen doing tapping and all sorts of things. So it seems to be clearing now, and I feel good. But I'd also like to, as a healer, support others during this time.
Sure. Yeah, excellent. Selena's actually one of my students. She did my shaman course. So, Patrick, what would you like to get out of tonight?
Yeah, I guess I'm in a fortunate position, but also a different position where I'm actually probably busier than ever at the moment, just trying to kind of steer or navigate through this for a team. And I feel as though I'm at my best when I'm dropping into a shamanic state, let's say, or getting out of my head at least. So I want to kind of continue to build practices and habits to be able to access those states more readily.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you for that. Powerful. Hello, Irvin. How are you?
Good things over here.
We're just going around asking people what they'd like to get out of tonight. So you haven't had any time to think about it, but what would you like to get out of tonight?
I'm just curious. I like to listen to all this stuff, information. All things spiritual, religious, philosophical, whatever. So
Okay, you're the man of curiosity. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off. We're going to start off looking at the big picture here, and I think that's important because there's a lot of misperceptions of what's going on. Yeah, and it's very important that you don't link into the media about what the media is telling you, right? Because quite often it's not true. I'm going to give you some references afterwards, and I was watching a video today from a guy called Tom Barnett. He's actually a specialist in viruses, yeah? And he actually says it's very unlikely you're going to catch it, yeah? He's actually worked with them, yeah? Because, if you look at the situation relative to past things, like a normal flu kills 500,000 to 1 million people every year. And people have got all in this fear. And when you look at it in Australia, okay, our deaths are only 20 people so far, right? It's less than one person per million. Yeah, 5 women die every week in Australia from domestic abuse. Hundreds of people die every year in Australia from suicide. So a lot of the statistics have really been put out, I think, are over. There's an overemphasis here, and when that happens, it tends to look at an agenda. I think it's really important sometimes with this, you go to look at different perspectives, right? Because when I was listening to Tom Barnett today, he indicated that in November last year, November 2019, in both Europe and America, companies actually got patent coronavirus vaccine, even before it actually had started. That tells you something to start with, yeah? So especially like Selena, when I heard your comments, I think we can be taking on the fear and anxiety of people. And when you're doing that, it means you're being a victim, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you feel you're out of control.
Yeah, I've cleared it.
And
yes.
it's like every situation, what I do is I like to look at why is this happening? And even if I believe like it was probably created in a laboratory, right? Because this guy argues that this virus can only be put into a human through injection from an animal, right? But how that's actually transmitted, I don't think is really the problem, really the big issue here. I feel it's looking at the big picture here. Now, to help explain the big picture, I'm going to just briefly explain the law of attraction to people. I'm sure you've all heard of it, but just actually clarifying it because I think that's really important here. Now, the law of attraction, and this can be both on an individual and collective level, Jay, that you referred to, right? Now, what the law of attraction says is that what you create is determined by your energy inside, right? It's a reflection of your inner energy. And that really what a main determinant of your inner energy is your belief systems. Yeah. And so if you look at this at a human level, at the collective, why have we created a virus that's affecting a lot of humans? And one way you can look at it and say is, in what way are humans being a virus? And in a lot of ways, humans are being a virus to the host, like a virus is, right? In terms of affecting and being very toxic to the earth in the way that we live. And that's why a lot of people are looking at this as a big chance to go inside and to transform our consciousness. Because if you look at humanity, the way it's been acting, based on consumerism, a lot of people looking for self-worth outside of themselves, and therefore we're actually abusing the earth with a lot of pollution and stuff. Because I don't know if you've seen photos of the earth recently, but pictures from space stations show how the pollution is at the lowest level for a long time. Yeah? And I know, Gina, I think you posted a picture the other day of elephants being released in Thailand.
Yeah, I read some good news. Among all this drama, sometimes there are good news. It's all about the animals. Like it's good. They're being happy now. At least they are happy. That's good. They deserve it.
So I think an important part here is to first to look at what is the bigger picture here. Why has this happened? Why has this happened to humanity? Because everything that does happen happens for a reason, and it's a reflection of our consciousness. So on a world level, because it's affecting a lot of people, it's in the collective at a big level. And that means the major message here is that humanity has got to change its consciousness. That's a big message, right? And, a lot of people are living in illusion. They're living a delusion. They're not connected to who they really are, right? And as a healer, I've been training healers for the last 20 years. And I do a lot of shamanic healing, which is about helping people reconnect to their soul. A lot of people are very disconnected. We live in a very ego-based world based on enhancing our self-worth in an external way. Now, that's not a long-term solution for humanity, and it can't survive. So in a way, this is a bit of like a waking up call. And I like the word emergency. It's like an emergency. Emerge and see. Yep. So it's like we're going into our cocoon now, which is actually a chance for us to emerge as a butterfly. So the big question is, and we're going to come and talk about some strategies in a minute, the big question then is, okay, given this is a reflection to humanity to change our consciousness, is how are you going to change your consciousness? How are you going to change the way you live? Actually, because we're all part of the collective consciousness, right? So the big question is, well, what are you going to do to change your consciousness, which is going to change the collective? Yeah. So in that way, it's about what is the virus teaching us? And this is about how I work with any disease, if you've got it individually. Because what we do as humans, we tend to have fear. Like if we get cancer or, if we get an illness, we tend to panic and have fear. Now, if you have panic or fear, which comes from a low consciousness, yeah, I can tell you you're more likely to get the virus. The virus is at a low consciousness, it's at a low vibration, right? So it's really important this time, you've got to keep in a high consciousness, right? So I'm going to ask you I'm going to get you to do a visualization for a moment. And it's about connecting to the virus and actually loving it. Because we're all resisting it, thinking it's an enemy, but it's not an enemy. So if you think anything's an enemy, in other words, you resist it, you're actually giving it energy. You feed it. Politicians well know that. They know that if they come up with ridiculous comments, people resist them, you're actually giving the politicians energy. Yeah? So the more you resist it, the more you're feeding it energy. Like if you resist someone who's in anger, the same thing is you feed the anger. So rather than resist it, what you've got to do is connect to it, right? And ask, what is it there for teaching you? Even if you haven't got it right now, you can still connect to it. So I'm going to do this brief meditation, and I'm going to ask you to actually connect to the virus. Now, how do you connect anything? You just connect with the senses. Yeah? There's an article I put in my Life Mastery group, and if you're not a member of my Life Mastery group, I'll send you that link in an email, which I'll send to all of you at the end, right? And this guy, he asked ayahuasca, which is a plant you take to open up your consciousness. He actually asked ayahuasca what the purpose of the virus was. He connected to it with love. And it's a bit similar, the points he made were a bit similar to what I've just told you about humanity waking up. Okay, so we're going to do a brief visualization for about 30 seconds. I just want you to close your eyes. And if you want, you can close the video if you're feeling self-conscious. No one should be looking at you anyway. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take a few deep breaths to start with. And we're going to do the what I call the 5-5-5 breath. Breathe in for 5 seconds. At the end of the in breath, hold your breath for 5 seconds. It allows the oxygen to go around your body. After that, then you breathe out through your mouth for 5 seconds. Number 5 is very powerful because it's feminine. Do that a couple more times. Okay, so breathe in through your nose for 5 seconds. Deep breath. And as you're breathing in, really push your stomach out. At the end of the in breath, hold for 5 seconds. Then breathe out for 5 seconds. Just do that a couple of times, allow your body to relax. So now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to connect to the energy of the virus. Everything's just got an energy, and I want you to connect to it with love. Just imagine it's like a little child. Imagine it's a friend of yours, which it is, because it's here to teach you something. Just imagine connecting to the energy of the virus. And pick up any thought you have. Close your eyes, Gina, and I want you to focus. You just allow yourself to connect to the vibration. Everything's got a vibration. Just allow you to imagine connecting to the energy of that virus, which is in the collective. And just ask yourself, what is it there to teach you? Because you're part of the collective. And just connecting to it with love, like connecting to an inner child, or to a little child. Okay, so let's open your eyes. So, would anyone like to share? Just put your hand up, just to indicate that you want to talk. Anybody want to share? Okay, Jade?
Yeah, for myself, I've got patience for myself. And that's the collective sort of embracing love over fear instead of being scared, just embrace love and,
And be patient. Patience is a very powerful energy because humanity tends to be impatient. I've been working in a local restaurant here, volunteering, called Lentils Is Anything. It offers food at any price you pay. And one thing I've noticed is how impatient people are. Yeah, they walk in and they want to be served straight away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll just welcome Robert. I saw Robert's here. Thank you, Robert, for coming. Anybody?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Anyone else like to share?
I think what I would like to say is,
Robert,
I was trying to imagine the virus going to my body and me being a strong person. And I can't necessarily see it as a good thing, but I went back a little bit to what happened in London where the guy said, well, we need to let these viruses work through. And if we're strong and resilient, it's part of what we live with in life. If we're not resilient, then we can't cope with the virus as well. So a little bit like we said before, if there's fear there, if you point the bow and you think you're going to die, well, I think you may. I think this is a psychological war as well as a physical war. And we need to be resilient when we get to that stage regardless. We need to look after ourselves and we need to know these things do exist.
Yeah. A bit like Henry indicated in that, I like it. He said he's called it the baloney virus. Because really the epidemic is not the virus that's going to kill you. Yeah. Because it only kills about 1% of people anyway. And the people it kills is what you've indicated, Robert, are the very weak people in terms of their weak immune systems, which tends to be the elderly or the people with chronic illness. Yeah. So at the moment, it is not a major problem, but we've closed down the whole world, which is really seems like another agenda. But the important thing is not to panic. You've just got to go inside, and this is a chance for humanity to shift. Yeah, to learn. That's cool. And it's not like when you connect to a virus, you don't necessarily have to take it into your body. Yeah. Because I work with a lot of empaths, and sometimes, like when they connect to people, they take their energy on in their body. And I think a bit that's what happens to you, Selena. I think you're picking up a lot of thoughts from other people. Yeah. But you can connect to people without taking one in your body.
100%.
So it's learning how to connect to things. So, like if you connect to something in your room, just look at around your room right now and connect to something, really connect to it. Right, like I'm connecting to a tissue box, right? If I really connect to that, I don't have to take the energy in my body, but I can really connect to it. And how do you connect to something with all your senses? You know, like you really visualize it, you feel its energy, but you don't take it into your body. You don't need to take it into your body. That's a big issue that a lot of empaths take on. You don't need to do that. Okay.
Hello.
Any other points that people would like to make?
Hi. Hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah. Who's speaking?
Oh, good. It's Shona speaking. Sorry you can't see me. Hello. I tried to get the camera working, but it throws me out of Zoom if I try the camera. So
that's okay,
I'm
Shona. You can just talk. We can hear you.
Oh, sure. Totally relate to the empath thing and that about not having to take it on yourself or into your body. Fantastic. The other thing for me, a life lesson that comes through so many ways is solitude, learning to be alone, to be with myself and to hear the voice of my own soul or higher self or God or whatever without all the chatter. And oh, wow, this is the biggest opportunity to do that. And it first terrified me, but now I know that it's a necessary part of learning. And writing is something that I have always been going to do, done bits of it. And now I have all this time for reflecting and, hearing the voice of my soul, if you like. So that's something that sort of comes through to me.
A great time for self-reflection. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of perspectives, and what I really feel is you've got to step away from the local media because sometimes they have an agenda, because they know that fear can control people. So I always go on YouTube and I look for different videos, and I always look at videos and go, well, how does that relate? What evidence are people giving me? Yeah, because the evidence at the moment, especially in Australia, is it's not a major problem. It's not compared to other things, but it's been blown out of proportion. Yeah, I always look at the evidence. What's the evidence telling me? It's a bit when September 9/11 happened. Just straight away, that didn't feel right to me what I was told. And it's the same thing. You've got to step back and you've got to allow yourself to connect to it from a higher consciousness. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to move into now is, if you've got any questions that we're going through, that's Phil. You can type them in there or put your hand up and just indicate you've got a question. So what I'm going to do now is talk about some crucial things that I feel you must do to keep healthy and to allow yourself to grow in this time, right? Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you, which I believe is very important, which most people don't tell you. Now, this is a strategy that I use all the time. I lived in the Amazon jungle for 3 years and never got a mosquito bite. And people said, how can you do that? Yeah. Jen is laughing, right? Because she comes from Peru, right? And the big trick is you've got to learn how to master your own energy. And this is the golden rule that you've got to really follow. You've got to learn how to vibrate above the energy of the virus. So, I just set the intention to vibrate my energy above that of a mosquito. Because based on the law of attraction, if your energy is vibrating above an energy of something, you don't actually get it into your body. You can't. It's impossible. Does that make sense? The basic law.
Yes.
The basic law of attraction. So what you've got to do is you've got to maintain a high vibration in your body. And now we're going to come and talk about how you can do that. Yeah? Because what I am, I'm really an energetic engineer. You know, I've got a couple of brothers who are civil engineers, right? But I'm actually an energy engineer. I know how to work with energy a lot. That's probably my gift to the world. And I believe we've all got gifts. And as shown and indicated, this is a chance for us all to connect our gifts. So an important point first is you can master your energy. You know, quite often people say, I haven't got much energy. You don't have energy, you generate it. Like your body is a power station. You can choose to have whatever energy you want in your body. Yeah? Now, if you're running around like a chook with its head cut off, being stressed out, well, your body's probably going to have low energy. Yeah? And you're going to be more vulnerable to a virus because your body is in a low energetic state. So I want you to connect to your body right now. And I want you to ask yourself this question. What number would you put your body's energy between 0 and 10? 10 is at a very high energy level, and 0 is very low, like you feel like you couldn't move. And you don't even have to give a number if you like. This is a relative for you. And now what we're going to do is we're going to consciously increase our own energy. What I want you to do now is I want you to do the 5-5-5 breath. The breathing is a part of energy. And when we breathe out, it's the main way we detox to clear our body. So what I want, as you're breathing in, I want you to imagine that you're increasing your energy level with every breath, like a power station. I want you to imagine generating energy in your body. Just get into the breath. Breathing in for 5 seconds through your nose. At the end of the in-breath, hold it for 5 seconds. Then breathe out for 5 seconds through your mouth. When you're breathing out, just release any heavy energy from your body. And when you're breathing in, breathe in the life force energy with the intention of increasing the energy in your body. You are in control of the energy of your body. You can create the power station. Just really focus on the energy in your body as you're doing it. Okay, just one more breath. Okay, so now what I want you to do is, I want you to focus your body now, and what is the energy level of your body now, out of 10, compared to what it was at the start? Can everybody feel the energy has increased? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put your hand up if you felt an increase. That's pretty cool.
I feel relaxed.
That's cool. Being relaxed and calm is a high energetic state. That's cool. Yeah? Yeah? Excellent. So that's one way. These exercises I'm going to give you, and remember I'm recording this so that you can come back and watch these if you forget the exercises, so you don't have to be too busy taking notes, right? That's one way. You can lie there and you can increase your energy. Especially like for you, Gina, you can get quite stressed out with young kids. You can just sit there and for a minute, even when you're on the toilet, and increase your energy.
Yeah, I'm full on all day. I don't know. I don't do breathing exercise often. I should do. I know, but
this is about
days so quickly.
This is about taking responsibility. You know what I mean? And that's right. Like when you got kids, it's about it's about with your partner and stuff, and about how you can share time with the kids. You know, that's part of responsibility. Okay. Now the other important thing is, and we're going to do a big exercise in a minute, but I want you to imagine that this is one way I like to clean my body. You know how they talk, there's a lot of emphasis now about washing your hands, right? Now, you can wash your hands, but I can tell you if your body's in a low energetic state, it's not going to make much difference. Now, one way you can clean your body is actually imagine a waterfall. I want to imagine right now that you're standing under a waterfall. In other words, the water's running over your body. And I want you to imagine this really cold water is running down your body and just washing out any toxins down your legs into the earth, and the earth's going to turn it into beautiful gold. Just imagine this beautiful waterfall is just running down your body, just washing out any heavy energy from your body down to the earth. Just feel the beauty of that. Waterfalls are very cleansing, very pure water. This is again another way to master your energy. Okay, how does it feel? Feels cold? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I can tell you a good way to cleanse your body is a cold shower. And what I always do is I start off with a normal warm shower or hot shower. And then at the end of it, for at least 20 seconds, I have not totally cold, but a really cold water. Because cold water really cleanses your body. Especially like, for instance, when I do talks or have clients, right, I have a cold shower, I wash my body, and I feel so much clearer afterwards. So, probably we're not going out that much, but if you're going out into the world and you're mixing with people, yeah, or if you're feeling toxic yourself, have a good cold shower. And imagine it's a waterfall. So you can turn anything, you've got the power to turn anything into any energy you want. So you can change that shower into a beautiful waterfall if that's what you imagine. Is that cool? Yeah?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, the important point here, really, to maintain a high vibration, which not a lot of people talk about, it's not what you do in the physical. You're told a lot of physical things. That's why people are panicking and buying toilet paper, which is not making much difference, right? Because the virus actually doesn't affect your bum anyway. It affects your lungs, right? It's about your thoughts you have. That's the main thing that influences your energetic state of your body, is the thoughts you have. You can wipe your bum with good toilet paper and wash your hands 15 times a day, but if you've got a lot of negative thoughts, you're wasting your time because you're going to be very toxic. And you're more likely to catch the virus because you're in a low vibration.
Yeah.
And this is why, like I've shown and said, this is a great time to do clearing of any unresolved issues you've got, healing, right? Which could be, and of course, if you're scared to go to heal it, you can do it online. This is a great time, like for Selena, it's a great time to do online healing with people. Yeah?
Yeah.
Or you can do remote healing. So if you don't know how to clear your own energy, which we'll talk about in a minute, but if you don't know how to do that, you can actually get some healing done to resolve your issues. If you're holding on to a lot of issues from the past, right, then that's actually going to make your body very toxic and you're more vulnerable. Yeah? But the most important thing is to get in high awareness by connecting to who you are. That's the main way that you maintain high vibration, is connecting to who you are. And that's why you can use this time to really find out who you are at a very deep level. And to help you do that, I'm going to do a visualization exercise, right, for you. And this is a bit different. I've done it sort of parts of this, but today when I was connecting to this talk, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Because visualizations and exercise is a great way to connect to energy. That's why I think they're very powerful. And these are ways that we can do and stop during the day, and most of us have more time now that we're at home, to actually do exercises. So, we're going to start being a whale, so I could call this having a whale of a time. I want you to close your eyes, and I'm going to talk you through this exercise. So I want you to imagine that and if lying down is comfortable, just feel comfortable to lie down. I always like lying down with exercises. Make sure you can still hear the video, the TV, of course, the computer. So I want you to imagine that you're a whale and that you're swimming on the top of the ocean. And just to really allow yourself to enjoy swimming on top of the ocean as a whale. You know, whales do have high consciousness anyway. And now what I want you to do is, I want you to imagine as a whale that you dive straight down into the ocean, which whales can do. And just want you to keep swimming down away from the surface of the ocean. And as you're swimming down, the water's getting colder and it's getting darker as you move away from the sun. And just keep going down. This is like going deep inside of yourself, into your own darkness. Just keep going down. And just allow yourself to enjoy being the whale in the ocean. And now I want you to reach the bottom of the ocean floor. And on the ocean floor, you see this big, beautiful treasure chest. And this treasure chest has got your name on it. And it's so big that you can actually open it up with your nose as the whale. And I want you to flip the top of the treasure chest open, and I want you to swim into the treasure chest. It's that big. And this treasure chest represents your energy, your essence. The energy that you chose to bring to the planet to help humanity. And I just want you to feel this energy. Don't just think about it. Just as the whale, I want you to allow yourself to feel the energy inside this treasure chest. This as being your essence. And just enjoy the energy. Okay. So I want you to really feel this energy now inside your body as the whale. Just imagine the whale as you're breathing this energy in. I just want you to imagine to breathe in this energy inside the treasure chest, inside your body as the whale, to embody it. And now that you're going to swim outside the treasure chest, but you've embodied this energy, this essence of who you are, your soul essence, which includes the purpose of why you're here on the planet. And now, after swimming outside the treasure chest, I want you now to swim upwards, away from the ocean floor. You're just feeling the power of this energy of who you are. And as you're swimming up, you're feeling the water's getting warmer and it's getting lighter as you're getting closer to the ocean surface. The sun's coming through the surface. And now as you come up to the surface, I want you to breach the surface as the whale and fly into the air that whales do. This is like breaching the old you, the old comfort zone. I want you to fly into the air. And as you fly into the air, I now want you to turn into an eagle. And now allow yourself to be an eagle, which has got great vision. And I want you now as the eagle, which is incorporating this energy of who you are, to fly high and higher, away from the noise of humanity. So allow yourself to keep flying higher and higher above the earth. But with the great vision you've got as an eagle, you can see humanity. Allow yourself to have the vision of why you came to the planet. Enjoy being above humanity, and this is a good thing you can do on a daily basis, to fly above the noise, just be who you are, be the soul essence, your energy in a formless consciousness. Just enjoy flying above the air, above humanity, being free. Just allow yourself to have that freedom of flying. And now I want you to fly down back towards the earth. Keep feeling this energy of your essence, and now it's in the body of an eagle. And I want you to fly down towards the earth. And as you're getting down towards the earth, I now want you to fly into your human body here in April 1st, 2020. And I now want you to feel this energy that you first got from the whale, from that treasure chest, that came into the eagle, now to be in your human body. And now I want you to focus on breathing in your human body. I just want you to really feel this energy of this essence that you got from the treasure chest inside your human body. I'm just going to allow you to enjoy that for a minute or so. Just connect to your body, connect to the energy of who you are. Okay, so now I want you to open up your eyes. So how are we feeling? Anybody like to share? Robert, how are you feeling there?
Pretty relaxed.
Yeah? How do you feel now?
Very relaxed.
How do you feel in your body?
No, good. I feel good. I feel nice. I feel in a good place, yeah. It's good.
Evan, how are you feeling?
Just relaxed and a little bit elevated, so but
That's cool. Yeah? How are you feeling, Jade?
Yeah, relaxed and a little bit buzzing as well.
Oh, that's cool. Buzzing energy. Salena?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel really, really relaxed, really good, and I really like that exercise actually to connect with myself. Yeah.
Cool. And remember, you've got to get a tape of this so you'll be able to stop it, you'll be able to listen to it.
Excuse me.
And get it again. Patrick, how did you go? Shona, how did you go?
Hi. Great. I feel inspired. I have an overall idea of what my mission is to help humanity, which is to communicate and connect. The actual concrete details of how, that I don't know, which is what my cocoon time is to work out and play with, but I feel more inspired and empowered, I guess. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's great. I've just got one suggestion for you, Shona. Don't think about
Please, yes.
Don't think about it or don't try and work it out. That's coming from your head. What you've got to do is just connect to the energy of it, and then what you need to do will just happen.
That's the missing link. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll get intuition to do things. People who create big things in the world, they don't worry about the how. They just got an idea, they put it out to the world, and then the world's going to help conspire to help you create it. That's what happens.
Thank you so much, because
all you need to do is hold the energy of it.
Okay.
All you need to do is hold the energy of it. Then the universe will brings things to you. Patrick, how did you go?
Thank you. Yes.
Patrick, how did you go?
Yeah, good. The visualization I sometimes struggle with a bit, so I kind of find myself getting distracted. But the overall feeling of it's definitely relaxing. I just need to maybe do it more and stick with it.
So obviously it's important to learn how to focus, yeah? Because a lot of people don't know how to use our minds, right? Now, I think the mind is a bit like a camera. What I mean by that is we can focus on something, we can focus on something small, or we can focus on something big. We can use our mind to look at detail or the bigger picture, right? But we can use our mind to focus. And then a mind can hold a thought. But what people do is they turn over the same thoughts all the time, which means your mind's out of control and it's controlling you. So when you've got that issue that you've got to really meditate, it's really important. And meditation is a great way to focus. You can just focus on the breath. Yeah. Well, there's some great meditations on YouTube. And it depends on what you like. You know, I heard a really good shamanic one the other day with using drums. And drums is powerful because it helps you connect when you're in your mother's womb. That's what drumming is. Drumming is about the beating of the heart. Yeah. Or there can be other. There's one lady who does tuning forks and stuff. You know, there's different ones that way that you might choose to focus and connect and get out of your mind. That's really important. Otherwise, see, a lot of people, their minds are controlling them. Yeah. And therefore, their minds are picking up all these thoughts from the collective about fear and anxiety, and they believe their own thoughts, which is what Selena was saying at the start. And quite often they're not. But if you hold them in your body, it's going to reduce the vibration of your body, right? And therefore your body is more susceptible to catching low energy things like a virus, right? Does that make sense? So that exercise is an exercise that you can do every day. And for every day you've got to do a ritual of connecting to yourself. See, when I wake up in the morning, the first half an hour of a day is mine. What I mean by that is I'm not interested in my emails or Facebook or whatever. I actually focus on me and connecting to me. Yeah? So I feel what you've got to do is every day you've got to have a time where you connect to yourself in whatever way you do it. And that exercise I gave you is one way of doing it. And every time you do it and you be the whale, you go deeper into the treasure chest, each time you can go deeper and deeper inside of yourself. Because it's allowing yourself to go into your own darkness. And through the darkness is your treasure at the bottom, which is your essence. Yeah? And then when you come out and be the eagle is allowing you to have that vision that you had before you came to the planet. Because we're all powerful souls with a vision. And that's what's going to hold you in a high vibration. Which, as I said before, is the most crucial thing you've got to do now. Is hold your body in high vibration. Because if you're in high vibration, there's no way you can even catch a virus. It's not possible. So when I was in the Amazon jungle, I never worried about getting mosquito bites. Because I'm not vibrating at the same level as them. Oh. Now, I talk about self-healing. Self-healing is really important. Right? Now, breathing is the main way your body releases. But doing that really deep breathing that we did the 5-5-5 breath, and when you're breathing out is to really release. And it's really taking deep breaths. Because when people get in fear, they take short breaths, right? But breathing in is the main way that you can increase your energy. Breathing out is the main way you can actually let go of energy. And that is a powerful, so if you're stressed during the day, you stop and do some deep breathing. Yeah? And as you talk about do any massage or any work or martial arts or yoga, they'll all talk about breathing. Yeah? These are all in a high energetic state. This is what you guys have got to do, right? But that connecting to yourself is also going to help humanity, which is what we talked about at the start about the bigger picture. This has all happened because humanity has been acting like a virus, right? By abusing the earth and being very toxic like a virus. So the best way that we can do that is we can change our own consciousness at a high level by being who we are, right? As a high vibration, collective consciousness. That's the best way to do it. Right? Does it make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Now, even if you've got the virus, right? Even if you've got the virus, you can actually take it out of your own body. This is the power of your ability to work with your own energy, right? I've only been to a doctor once in the last 25 years, right? And the only time I went to a doctor was I actually had to have a yellow fever vaccination. I was going to the Amazon jungle, right? And you need a yellow fever to get back into Australia. Now, when I went and had the yellow fever injection, right, I left it in my body for about, I asked my body, how long do you want for? I said, 2 minutes, right? So, and I had to sit in the doctor's office because they're worried about how it's going to impact you. And after 2 minutes, I just set the intention, I connected to the energy of my body, and I connect to that virus, and thank you, body, for what you're teaching me. Thank you for that. It felt really yuck, I can tell you. Right, I'm really connected to it. And then I breath out, and just breath out, and let the virus go. And about a minute later, it was not there in my body. This is believing that you've got control over your body, which you do. But most of us use our mind to bring in heavy emotions into our body. See, that's the power of your mind, right? Because those thoughts of fear and stuff, they are just thoughts you have that you bring into your body. So you know you've got the power to influence the energy in your body. So why not use your mind in a powerful way? Yeah. And I just not only do that with my body, I do that with foods I have. Because when I was in Colombia, I was looking for toothpaste without fluoride, because fluoride's a poison, right? And I couldn't find any. They've all got fluoride in it. What I realised is that I'm just going to buy the toothpaste and take the fluoride out, energetically, by intention. You've got the power to change the energy of things. And I sort of got that idea after watching Dr. Emoto. Right? People have watched Dr. Emoto about the power of water. Yeah, great videos. And he talked about the power of water, and he did experiments with water, and by holding different emotions, how it affects the crystalline structure of water. And with anger and stuff, the water gets really disorientated. Whereas if you connect to your water with love, it actually it makes a beautiful crystalline structure. So therefore, with every food that you eat, who knows what energies it's got in before it gets to you, right? And it could even be organic, but if people in the organic shop have been angry, the food might actually have anger in it. So what I do is, with every food, before I put it into my body, I change it, and I ask the food to return to its highest nutritional state. And I ask the food to clear any energies and toxins that my body doesn't want. How powerful is that? And a good way to test that is do that
Very
with water.
powerful.
Yeah, do that with water. Now, get a glass of water and just imagine really connecting to it with love and seeing the difference. See, the water I get out of the tap, I turn my tap into a waterfall. So all water that comes out of my tap is waterfall water. Yeah, which is going to be very nice, clean, and clear. Yeah. So you've got the power to change the energy of anything around you. Yeah. And it's the same as you can do with your room right now. I want you to right now connect to your room with your eyes, and as you look around your room, I want you to send love into everything in your room. Just look at everything and just really be appreciative. The floor, the bed, the ceiling. Just really look and connect to everything with love. And now I want you to just close your eyes for a minute, and I want you to feel the energy of your room. How does the energy of your room feel right now? Okay, open up your eyes. How does your room feel right now? Any comments?
Cozy, safe, comforting haven.
Yeah, cool. Now, I do that exercise with kids who can't sleep at night. You know, quite often kids, they're very empathic. They think they connect to a lot of spirits at night and stuff. So I say to these kids, right, I say, okay, if you wanted your room to be very safe for you to sleep, what would you like to be in it? The kids say fairies and unicorns and rainbows and stuff, right? And I say, okay, I want you to imagine all that in your room right now, and how does your room feel? And they go, great. I said, would you like to sleep in that? And I said, yes. And I said, why don't you do that every night? And the kid said, Mum, can I do that every night? But the kid wasn't even asking for permission, right? I said, of course you got permission. It's your room. You can, if you have trouble sleeping at night, because your mind's turning over, I think I'm getting this from you, Selena, right? It's about focus your room and turn it into like a love, calm, tranquil bubble of very clean, beautiful energy. Yeah? And allow yourself to sleep in that. And you can do that with your whole house, especially probably we're going to spend more time at home, is actually every day when you get up, when you're lying in bed and when you wake up, just look at your room and just really connect everything with love. Love and be really grateful. Like being grateful for your light, being grateful for your chair. The attitude of love and gratefulness will actually increase the vibration of everything around you, which will then put your body in a higher vibration. It's all about learning how to play with energy and being in control of energy. Okay, any question on that? So what do you reckon, guys? That's some good exercises for you?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Very good, thanks.
yeah, that's cool. Thanks very much. So I'll record this and I'll roll your email addresses when you registered. So I could send this to you and you can replay these exercises so you know them. And you can listen to them again, right? Is that cool? Yeah. So the last thing I want to really talk about is this idea about being in the cocoon, and because the energy exercise, yeah, they'll keep you in a high energy, but it's about what are you going to do with your time right now? You got more time, yeah. And this is a time where you can really do things to really increase your conscious awareness, right? Like I'm learning Spanish at the moment, online. I'm doing it every morning. I get up and do an hour of Spanish because I love it. I love Spanish. And it's a chance. So it's a really good chance now to get online and do some programs to actually increase your awareness. Yeah. I recently did an 8-week course with Eckhart Tolle on conscious manifestation. Amazing course, right? So this is a good chance where you can use being online to increase your own awareness. Or you could actually retrain yourself to do something that you've always wanted to do. You know, become an artist or become a healer or become a singer, right? I think it's really ask yourself about how you're going to self-reflect in this time. Because you know, as human beings, we tend to be very busy, yeah? Always rushing around and they're always getting distracted by sport and distracted by all these social things. Well, the good news is you can't be distracted. No sport, yeah? And there's no cultural events you can go to, right? Which in Melbourne, you know, there's usually a lot of cultural events you can go to, right? You can't go and socialise and be at the parties, right? Can't go to the gym. So this is a good time to go inside and just really connect yourself and like doing that whale eagle exercise. You keep doing that, you're going to connect to your energy deeper and deeper, and you're going to get more awareness of who you are. And that's why I'm becoming conscious. So anytime you think you're freaking out, you know, and I suggest you don't watch news that much because it's just you just hear negativity on the news, right? Is to just keep connecting to your world, to your body, right? And just really connect to where you want to go with your life to regain control of your life. This could be a great chance for you to change and do something that you've never thought you wanted to do before. Because you've got the time to do it.
Agreed, Paul. That's really good. I'm going to have to go, but thanks so much. You've done a wonderful job.
Thank you,
and
Robert.
It's really consistent with some of my thoughts about the way you're thinking. So I really appreciate it. I'll have to go.
Thank you, Robert. Thanks for being here, and I'll send you a copy of the video.
Thanks very much. It's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we've got any questions?
Thank you, Paul.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Paul. I'm leaving too, sorry.
Okay, thank you for coming, Jana.
Thank you, sorry. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the replay. Okay, I text you later.
Okay,
thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, is there any questions?
Paul, no questions, but just my thanks for being so generous with your time and your gifts. It was wonderful. Thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure, Shona. It's my pleasure. That's cool.
So, yeah, thanks, Paul. I appreciate your time and your wisdom. I had a question just about touching on what we touched on before about if there's another agenda and what that might be, because it has shown how sort of easily the human population can be pushed inside or controlled in a short period of time. So do you have any thoughts on what, you know, an ulterior motive might be or something else that is happening or might be happening soon?
Well, it's quite interesting that a few years ago, someone top of a computer company talked about how we've got to reduce the population. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's interesting that some companies came out and had a coronavirus patent even before it started in January. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's possibilities that's been created to try and control the population. Yeah.
Yeah, which is already happening. Yeah.
It's already happening, right?
Yeah.
But the important thing is, to me, whether that's true or not, I think the big picture is why it's happened. Because even if there's that control thing's happening, it's only happening because of the collective consciousness. Yeah. So what we've got to do is change our collective consciousness. That's the important thing. Yeah. Because we can blame people they're trying to control, but the important thing is, no, that control's even created by the population. Yeah. So the important point is that we've actually got to become conscious, and we've got to actually take control of our lives. If in this time we're in fear and panic, then really we're just going to give our energy away in control, which is what a lot of people have been doing anyway. You know what Selena said at the start? She feels like she's been now being in a bit of a prison and locked down. But the truth is that's how most humans are anyway.
But I don't feel like that anymore. That was a fleeting moment.
Yeah, that's cool. But what I'm saying, Selena, it's a good point you brought up, because I feel that's how most humans are. You know what I mean? They are locked down. You know what I mean? They do the same things every day. They're not really being who they are. They're looking for their value by working long hours to buy things they don't really need. And they're polluting and destroying the earth. Yeah.
Good point.
And so in a way, humans have been locked down and they have been in a prison of pain. And they're not resolving their issues. So in a way, a lot of humans now are in the same position they were before. Before it was they were being in the prison of a job. Now it's probably they feel they're being imprisoned in their house, right? But in a way, it's still the same energy. And it's that energy that needs transformation. I think that's the point. There could be other agendas, Jay, but I think the important point is, what is the bigger picture here? I think that's the important point.
Yeah.
Because whatever's been created is being created by us, humanity, as a collective. So it's not blaming anyone. It's about, therefore, how can we as an individual change that? And as a healer, it's really important, as Selena's a healer as well, it's about really helping other people becoming more conscious aware. Evan, did you want to say something, or is it just a cough to release?
No, sorry. I'm right. I'm not. I don't think I've got the cough or anything. It's just It's. I used to be a smoker, and
that's okay.
I've actually quit many years ago. So I've actually quit like coffee 8 weeks ago, and I think that's great achievement.
Well done. That's great. Yeah, because coffee can be a challenging thing to give up, and
I mean, especially for some people. I think it depends on a person, sort of. So yeah.
Okay, Jay, does that answer your question?
That was
Thank you, Paul. Yeah.
But you know what I would do, Jay, is go into YouTube. Okay, thanks, Patrick. Thanks for coming.
Cheers, appreciate it.
Pleasure. I'd go to YouTube and and look at some different videos. I'll put some videos on my life. Are you a member of my Life Mastery group?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. And I put that guy's video on today. That guy called Tom Barnett. He's very interesting because that guy, he's a specialist in viruses. He knows a lot about them. I listen to people like that. You know what I mean? And he's got no agenda. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's not the mainstream media, which is what I've been trying to avoid.
And that guy knows a lot about viruses. If you listen, I've actually got to listen to it a couple of times to really understand exactly what he's saying. But he's indicating you can't actually catch this virus. That's an illusion. You can't. And he's actually worked specifically with viruses himself for 3 years. Yeah.
Right, so his name was Tom, did you say?
Yeah, it's called Tom Barnett. And I'll put the details in the emails I'll send you guys, right? But it's on my Life Mastery. If you go to my Life Mastery group, I posted it today and you'll see it there.
Yeah,
Selena, I think you watched it, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of different stuff. My friends and I are sharing a lot of free thought information, and I watched that one as well and shared it along with some friends. It was very good, very informative.
Cool, excellent. I like your room, Selena. It looks like the sun of the Gold Coast up there. You know, very yellow walls. I love it. It's like cool. It's like yellow is a very positive, powerful colour.
Yeah, it's solar plexus chakra, so it's good for like my fun and creativity and confidence and power.
Cool,
I love it.
Okay. Any other questions? Shona, how are you going there?
Oh, hello. No other questions. Just taking in with great interest what everyone's saying. And I feel so much that I want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
Cool.
You know, like
excellent.
I will confess that I had my initial freak out and crying and grieving and all of that, and I think is probably fairly normal. But also what I did is my logical mind was going, you need to really get to work because you might not have any money and you need to work as much as you can. And I was just kind of paralyzed. And I went, no, I can't work right now. I need to go and meditate. And I'd go and listen to a meditation, do some yoga, and was like all week not very productive economically or whatever at all, and did too much comfort eating and whatever. But it's like kind of I sort of knew that I needed to just get myself calm and myself in the right state of, as you call it, energy, or else nothing else was going to flow. And like this week has been much better. I'm not saying I won't have another fear moment again, but at least I feel like I've got more the tools to know what to do. Do you know what I mean? To, as you say, take the fear energy out of me, not let it in. Yeah. So
that's a good point too, Shona, is the more exercise you've got of strategies to know how to deal with things, the less fear we have. Because we know that we can deal with something. The stronger you get by connecting to who you are, right, is then that gives you the strength to handle life, right?
Yeah.
So this is a very powerful time that we can use to relax and connect to ourselves and not be so busy, and to really maybe, redirect our lives in different ways, do things that we don't want to do. Yeah. But it's also a great time for healers, because a lot of people need healing right now. And, you can use the internet. You can use the internet to do healing. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And the telephone. Yeah.
And the telephone. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm doing a healing with a lady on Friday from Perth. So that's really cool. Yeah. All right. I think we might leave it there. Is there any other questions? No?
All good, Paul.
No.
All good.
Thanks very much again. I really appreciate your time.
Cool. Really appreciated all the exercises. They were excellent.
Cool. Well done. So I'll send this to you tonight, and so it's only about an hour. It's gone to about 8:15 now, so it's only 75 minutes. So, and then you can even just watch some of you can zip through it and just catch some of the exercises. That's what you want to watch as well. And pass it on to other people if you like.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Nice talking to you, and we'll see you again next time.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Paul. See you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too.
See ya.